Hello, Kiana here from Kiana.com. This is the Being in Sync 366 video series. Today I'm talking about beliefs, and this topic is so ginormous. I could go on and on and on. But at the core of every problem, issue, situation is going to be a series of beliefs that dictate the behaviors that you're experiencing and or seeing, or habits that have been created, whether you are a habitual working out or not working out, or you're a habitual perfectionist or messy. There's going to be a belief system that is behind that. So for me, I thought I would use this time today because I was asked a slew of questions yesterday. And perhaps you guys might be interested in what it is that I believe. So I was asked yesterday if I believe in God. And the answer is yes, I do believe in God, but I also believe in creation and I believe in oneness. And those are all intertwined into the natural laws. And those are the cosmic laws that basically govern how we energetically operate, both individually and collectively. So, yes, I believe in God. I do not believe in churches, although I don't think churches are all bad. They're not all good either. I do not believe in dogmas, meaning a series of beliefs that are usually aligned with a system of beliefs that go along with many churches. And I am very accepting of what anybody else believes as long as they're not pushing their beliefs onto me. um, so, and I am usually accepting of those as well. I operate off of the natural laws of the universe, the laws of one, which is love, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, uh, just honoring others and their own. Everybody has their own human experience, and everybody has unique purposes to be here. So that was something else that I was asked, which is, do I believe in churches? The answer was, for me, no. Even though I was raised in the Catholic Church and I enjoyed my time while I was there, I would say that the spiritual journey really unravels every conditioned thought that you have been programmed to think. In simple terms. And so basically, what I believe is to have all my beliefs aligned with love, compassion, and that's what I believe. Um, I operate off of core values, which I've talked about back in week 1 of January, because I think they're absolutely critical for everybody to know what their core values are. And all of my values are aligned with the law of one: gratitude, appreciation, kindness, digging deep. So those are beliefs. I was asked another really good question about, do I believe in life after death? And I thought that was a really interesting question because I do believe that the soul is immortal, meaning that the soul lives forever. I believe that we have multiple identities that work in parallel timelines and parallel dimensions that are operating at the same time as we are experiencing here on Earth. I do think that there's been many distortions that keep people from understanding that they are so much bigger and more powerful than they understand. I do believe that many people have been conditioned to believe they are much smaller and less powerful than they truly are. Um, but I believe that we are immortal beings, that after your body dies, I do believe that the soul lives on forever. And I do believe that there are some controversial things that happen that even in my old beliefs, I used to think like, oh yeah, if I were to die, anybody can have my body parts. Now that I understand the importance of uh, wholeness and completely, and the DNA and how our bodies actually are operating synergistically with our soul. I would not authorize that to happen now. Whereas, 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would say, yeah, yeah, anybody can have whatever. But now, absolutely not. Um, so, my beliefs have changed as I have changed. And I think that's really important as we get more information, as we become more aligned within ourselves, that we look at our beliefs and what we believe to be true, and maybe we've changed. And that's important to adjust and change, because that means that the soul is evolving. Because I do believe all of our purpose for being here, although it's uniquely different to you and me, that what we have in common is that we are here to evolve. And if we're not growing, then we're not meeting our personal mission, period. We're here to learn, grow, and evolve our soul. In order to evolve our soul, we have to have our physical body, mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, and light bodies all operating in unison. And I think that's why there's so much instability with a lot of people in their physical body, is that they have so much instability in their other bodies. And that when we bring those other bodies in alignment to one another and they're working in unison, unified, that unity consciousness, we operate much more seamlessly. So those are a few questions that were thrown at me the other day that I thought would be helpful to share with you. But I'm sure my beliefs are different than yours, which is also okay. But hopefully, my beliefs will offer you some inklings of where maybe you need to adjust and change. And I think it is important to understand what oneness is. And oneness is meaning that we are all a part of the Creator. We all have a purpose here, and we should honor one another on our journeys and be loving and kind and compassionate and supportive of others, because, this journey is not easy for a lot of us. We all have challenges, we all have issues, we all have things. And that if we can be more kind and compassionate to others, then we can all come together and support one another. And I think that's really the part of that I'm a part of. That's what I'm in. That's what I support. That's what I encourage. That's what I honor within all my clients as they are coming into alignment within themselves, knowing that they are part of the creation and creator as well. And that means that you are very, very powerful. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful. And cheers to being in sync. I am Kiana Sage, and I guide people to peace. Have a great night.